No, they're just camping it now. At this point.
Nah, they're fucking camping it. Fuck them. Let's let them come on the video. Kryptonimus, stop that. You're being mean to them.
I'm coming back to you guys.
You're on intense. Oh no. You just did him so dirty, bro.
Update. Supply drops have expired.
It helps me just control it. Look at that heal, okay.
Hi guys, it's Mike's and we are back again for a build video. This is very soon after the previous one, but this is a very similar build. There wasn't much to change and it's already pretty much 99.9% fully maxed out. And you know that's what I do with you guys, I bring you fully maxed out builds that you can get too. This one is a much more accessible build because it only uses 3 pieces of a classified gear set. Not everybody has 3 pieces. So we are running same dual LVOA-C and a sidearm. Let's look at the attachments, shall we? Crit headshot, crit headshot, same grip as always, and crit chance, rate of fire, magazine size. For the secondary with prepared is beyond 30 meters. So we run a optimal range, increasing the optimal range from 28 meters to 41. Again, crit headshot, crit headshot. We run a loud vent break on the long range gun and a suppressor on the close range gun so we can differentiate between the two. You don't want to make that mistake. We're running crit damage, rate of fire. You can run crit chance, you can run crit damage, but make sure you have rate of fire and magazine size. On the sidearm, we run the same one as usual. Predatory determined. You'd rather have sustained, but I have talented. It is what it is. It'll bring about a second off your cooldowns anyway, so it's still not that bad. So we're running vigorous, ninja bike, 3 banshees, and 1 striker. I built this build this way because with the 3 banshee you get the mitigation. The mitigation mitigates all damage, right? So pred bullets before the pred bleed hits you, and then the pred bleed when it hits you. All of that is mitigated. So this is a very, very good counter. It's not a only counter to pred, but it does help with pred. So we run the vigorous for the overheal. Obviously, we're running with 1 or 2 healers on the team, and we run the the striker for the stability. And we also run stability on the backpack. This means we achieve 39% stability, 39.5 to be precise, on both guns. On my previous build, I had 19% on the main gun, and then we had 47% on the secondary. For a very stable gun at long range, and for a stable enough gun at close range. However, the difference between the 2 guns caused a bit of an inconsistency in my ability to fire the gun when I'm switching between the 2. It also meant that I had a really strong close range gun, and a slightly weaker gun for longer range. However, when you're shooting players with your close range gun and you don't finish them off and they're weak, I weapon swap. And what happened was I was weapon swapping to a considerably weaker gun, and it caused a situation where sometimes I thought I'd be able to finish them because I was thinking in the DPS of the primary, except I wasn't hitting them with anything near as hard with secondary. But in this build, both of these guns are very, very similar. On the chest, health, skill haste, ammo capacity. Mask, crit chance, burn resistance. Knee pads, health, shock, bleed, burn. Backpack, stability and bleed resistance. On the mask, crit, assault rifle damage as per. And striker holster, skill haste. We are running much more skill haste on this build compared to the previous version because it's a team-based build, and what other stat can you really spec into? Yes, crit chance is good, but if you're running with a bit strong pulse, you are wasting that crit chance. This is dependent on the team pulse. It's dependent on the heals. But it dishes out considerably high damage, and with the vigorous and the mitigation you're sitting at 720 effective toughness at a max overheal, which is absurd. And to increase that mitigation, we also run on the move as opposed to crit save. This is not a build to be used at low health. For all our mods, we are running skill haste. Apart from the one on here, we are running the all resistance again to reduce them bleed ticks from 4 to 3. We have the skill haste on here, the skill haste on there, and the skill haste on there. Don't worry about whether it's firearms or stamina, just look at the stat distribution and get something along those lines. You can go higher firearms, you can go lower firearms, do whatever feels comfortable for you, but this is your baseline that you want to start out with. Some people run a savage. I disagree, and you're trading 10% mitigation for crit chance that you'll only sometimes get, because if you've got the pulse, you're not getting your crit chance. If they're in cover, you're not getting your crit chance. With mitigation, you always have it. For the mods, we run first aid self-heal, and self-heal. Really, there's nothing else you can run. For the skills, same as usual. Booster shot and a box. What else are you going to run? There's nothing else you can run here. Not really. Run a recovery link. You can run whichever one you like. The talents, I've already briefly gone over it, but combat medic because you're in a team. Adrenaline because pred and other things like shot turrets and fire nades, other disruptors. Triage because we're running 2 healing skills. Run triage if you have 2 other vigorous players on the team. If you don't have 2 other vigorous players, you can go around and put crit safe or perhaps even strike back. On the move. We don't want to run precision on this build. Why? Because it's a team based build, and if you attack a player with precision and your friendly pulse cannot tag them for the higher numbers, it doesn't work like that. Once an enemy is pulsed, he is pulsed for the duration of that pulse. So don't interfere with a strong pulse on your team. If you're running against strong enemies who are running conceal, maybe precision is going to be worth running. Otherwise, don't. I've pretty much gone through everything in the build, so you've seen the way this build can beam. If you want to see gameplay of this build, I'll be posting many gameplays before this build. Check them out. They'll be labelled beam builds. I'll be using my assault rifle. You'll clearly see that this is the build that I'm using, and in the near future I will also be using this build until I move on to another one. I think for beam builds, this is about as far as it's going to go. I really don't see any other versions that are going to compare with it, but perhaps I'll be trying something with maybe gold builds or alpha bridge. But as for with Banshee, this is what I'm happy with. Try it out. You should be able to try this before the 5-piece Banshee version, seeing as you only need 3 pieces for this. Alright guys, that'll be the end of the video. Thank you for watching. In a bits.
Everyone focus the shield though, dude. Everyone focus the shield.
If we do it quickly, we can get over and done with. Watch out, bro. Watch out, I'm gonna make it.
The shield's down now. It should be.
Nothing there to disrupt, nade, they're gonna stagger.
Box is still, you're still in the radius of the box if you push out, so don't be scared.
His green popped.
He's about down. The one to the left. Kaput or something. Focus the shield there. He doesn't have to. He's one shot. Oh, he's one shot.
No, he's down. Who's left? I'm shooting this turret bitch, Jeremiah.
Go away, kid. Oh my god. He's just creeping.
Stop stealing my fucking lines, you cunt.
What? I never heard you say that. You're not even original anyway, you're not even the first XVG.
Oh. Kill this man.
Your XVG evolved, like there were other ones before you.
Vish.
Oh, you put on striker, like that's gonna make a difference.
Good bodies on my pistol, dude.
You're not getting that res. What are you doing? Get off him. You're not a hero.
Guard, 4v1.
I need a hero!
4v1.
Players from that team are coming back. 3 of them here. You want to turn around?
Alright, I'm on you.
Doesn't let me shoot my defib where I want it to be shot. Thank you, man.
The Dijon crazy.
No. Urch is staggered and slow too.
Yeah, he's one
He's down.
shot.
I can't. They're using cover well. Boost for news. Did that nade animation. Box on box. Pop to blue.
You pop blue.
Still getting shredded. Still getting shredded. Tack.
They pop tack link too?
shock going down
Booster on me.
in 3,
I mean, shot.
2, 1.
There's one back one. He's one shot. Kill on me in the middle.
You're not
No
dying.
mad is about them.
No, mate.
Front of us.
Evolve, you idiot! Where are you not?
The dead up.
Again, flame grenade ready.
Oh my god.
Rust down.
I wish you back up to the hallway.
No. No, we're backing up. We have to fight here. Stay in my box,
Crazy.
you'll be fine.
Crazy. What's going down?
He'll be on
They're
the
gonna start respawning as soon as we wipe them. Just...
Yeah, we need to move after this last like wave. Tentacruise and crazy.
Kill on the truck.
Popping box. I'm off. Oh, let's move down,
Back
move
up,
north,
back
move
up.
north, move
Back
north,
up.
move north.